Hey there internets, I'm Michael and this is Toucan Play That Game, bringing you another episode of Diaries of a Newbie YouTuber, because I'm new on YouTube and I'm documenting the process in this diaries of kind of just what I'm doing each week and providing updates of what that's achieving on the various social medias, etc. Just so that there's a reference for other people as well as myself really, for the future. So, with that out of the way, let's get on with it. So, it's been a very exhausting but major week for the channel. It's been a huge week, and a big part of that has been we've been doing our first giveaway, which is we're giving away 2 copies of Super Dungeon Explorer Forgotten King, and yeah, I mean it's going well. It's been a bit of a roller coaster, but yeah, the competition name is Toucan Win That Game. It's running up to the 29th of March, so yeah, if you're interested, it's a big box miniatures game, cost me a fortune. Found out after I started the competition, some people pointed out on a Facebook group that everyone had recently bought it because it had been some sort of ridiculous price, like £10 or something on Amazon. And I think that might be hindering. I don't think it is now, that price. And it wasn't when I bought it, but yeah. You gotta roll with the punches. I mean, I've paid it, and it's doing what it's doing. So, yeah, so Toucan Win That Game going on this week. Really big, really important for the channel. It's our first giveaway. I probably won't be giving away, and it's such an expensive game each time in the future. My plan is to do this at the end of each quarter. So obviously I'm doing a March one, then there'll be a June. Then my brain's gone blank, September. And then finally we'll have a Christmas one. Maybe I'll do a themed game or a bigger game for Christmas. I don't know. We'll see close to the time. That feels like 100 years away right now. So yes. So yeah, the competition's been going 1 week. Well, 1 week tomorrow, which will be today probably by the time this gets up, because I started it on the 1st of March. And in that time, we've only had 231 people enter. Now, I guess that's not too bad. I'd hoped for more, but there's still time. And it's slowly growing. There was this jump in the first day, and then it's just been kind of slowly, you know, a couple people each day since then. But I guess it's not too bad. Again, it's one of these things I don't have a benchmark to compare against, and that's part of why I'm doing this channel, so that other people do. Not the channel, this series of videos. But anyway, so yeah, that's Toucan Win That Game. I think I'm fairly pleased with how it's going. And then we have, of course, Facebook. We're 6 weeks in on Facebook now, and we've had a huge jump in likes. Last week on Diaries, you know, I said we were at 25 likes on Facebook, that it wasn't increasing, and that my only hope was that the competition would increase it. And it has. It had a huge effect, really. I mean, if you compare to how the Facebook page likes have been going compared to what it has been in the past week, it is a huge difference. We're up to 171. So, yeah, that's a big difference from 25, you know. Huge difference. And even in that, I mean, half of that came in the first day of the competition running, and you could see the people entering the competition. You could like line them up with who's liking the page, because the competition's prompting you to like the page, and so it's good that it has worked. The competition has gained some interest there. As I say, I still hoped for more, but yeah, I mean, it's not bad. I mean, so we're up to 171, yet we've got 231 people enter the competition. So obviously people are entering the competition but not liking the page. I would have liked to have seen everyone doing it, but I can understand some people don't want to. So yeah, that's Facebook. I am going to talk some more about Facebook later, but I'm just going to go through the whole stats block first before I get onto that, because it's a bit of a whingy moan. So I'll leave that till the end of the video, and then you can always just skip that bit if you want. So Twitter, we are at 9 weeks on Twitter. So, you know, it's probably the equivalent of like 2 months pretty much. And we're up to 3,880 followers. Now, that is pretty good. But Twitter is slowing down so much. And obviously I had the week off, and that was a really slow week. And then I came back, and then last week I was like, it's picked up a bit, but it's still not there. And then this week has been even slower than last week. So much less growth going on at the moment. I don't know if that's because I'm reaching a plateau where I've reached out to everyone I possibly can, interacting with people. You know, maybe people have seen me now and decided they don't want to follow, and I'm out of new people to go, hello, I'm here to, by, you know, interacting with the community. Yeah, I just don't know. It's really slowing down. I know the competition wasn't geared towards pushing Twitter. There was definitely an element of Twitter in there. There's tweeting and following on Twitter as entries in the competition. So I would have expected that to have a bit more effect, but then I think a lot of the people entering the competition are already followers from Twitter. But I mean, if you look at the number of followers on Twitter compared to the number of entries, obviously people really aren't interested in getting this game for free. Yeah, I mean, people are seeing it, they just don't seem to be bothered. I don't know if it's they have it, I don't know. But anyway, so that is Twitter this week. Then, of course, the main event, YouTube. So 75 days, nearly 11 weeks, and we are up to 6,304 views, which is nice. That's nearly 1,000 more than last week, but it is less of a growth in views than the previous week. So kind of viewing that as a slowdown, and it's a surprising slowdown because the competition has obviously got a lot of new people interested, but they're not watching the videos. And I don't know, maybe it's what videos I've done, and I will talk about what videos I've done once I've done these stats, so that you have an idea of whether or not there was a big game or whatever that's caused any boosts, etc. So the final stat, of course, is our subs, and I'm really, really pleased with this. So we are now at 543. So we passed the 500 subs. Words gone out of my head. Landmark? No, that's not right. Anyway, I'm so tired. I just haven't been sleeping at the moment, but it doesn't matter. So yeah, subs, we've gained nearly 200 in the last week. It's an astounding increase, and it is purely down to the competition. The competition has made a huge difference. I think it's got a lot of people that were followers on Twitter to subscribe, and that's caused the jump. I don't think I've particularly reached a huge number of extra new people in general, but it has made a difference, obviously. Big part of that was just in the first day, and this is why I think it's people who are already following. Like half of that came in the first day of the competition. It was just people who went, oh, you're doing a competition? Well, I follow you on Twitter anyway, I might as well sub, type thing. And yeah, so that had the big leap, the same way the likes on Facebook did. And then it's just kind of been pattering around, but it is still a greater increase than it has been prior to running the competition. So I think the competition is having a good effect. So that is the stats for the last week. As I say, I think the biggest influence has been this competition. It's had a great effect, and it will be interesting to see if future competitions will have the same effect. Even if they don't, if I'm doing lower price point games and it's just helping me retain viewers, that's still something I will still be planning to do, the competitions, even if they don't increase, because I think they're a nice way to reward viewers. As I say, I won't be doing as expensive a game. I can't afford to do the outlay that I've done on this once a quarter. I mean, well, at the moment I can't really afford any outlay. But I'm doing this is a marketing campaign I've invested in the hope that I can make money on this channel. So let's talk about what I have done in the last week, other than obviously I've been pushing and pushing and pushing on this competition, trying to find new ways to promote it and boost it. I have done a few videos. I put up the unboxing for this, which I'd been working on since before I went away. I did all the recording before I went away, and then while I was away I was doing some work on it, and then obviously finally got it finished and up last week. Over the past 2 weeks I've been working on the how to play videos for this, and oh my god, so much work. This is a great game, but it's been so much work trying to do it and trying to just make things as concise and clear. And yeah, I mean, it's the first game that I've had to break one of my standard videos, like the how to play, playthrough, etc., up into multiple videos. So my how to play has been split into 2 videos on this, so both of those went up over the weekend. So the first one was all the setup for the game, and that was like half hour, and then the rules, full rules of how you do the turns, etc., was another 45-minute video. So that's been a big chunk of my work for the last few weeks, really. But you've finally seen some of the videos going up in the last week. I have also been working on playthroughs. I think there's going to be basically a series of playthrough videos. I've got a lot of footage that I'm trying to edit through and decide exactly how I'm going to do it. If I'm just going to skip a big chunk. But I'm thinking at the moment what I'm going to do is try and just have not so edited, just chunks going up over the course of the next week or so, for people to be viewing and potentially drawing more attention to the competition. So what else has happened in the past week? Well, the other videos I did do full series of videos on Boss Monster 2 here, which is a fun little card game. So if you want to check those out, I mean, if you've played Boss Monster, you know what Boss Monster 2 is really. But they've been a bit of a, I wouldn't say flop, but they really haven't been very popular at all. They haven't had many views compared to recent games that I've done and other things that I've been doing, like my game night in review. I know last week I actually said there were going to be 2 game night in reviews, one for Arcadia Quest and the normal Tuesday one from my Tuesday night gaming. Unfortunately, Arcadia Quest got cancelled. People couldn't make it. I was really disappointed about that. It's been rescheduled, but it's going to be a while. So yeah, it'd be good to play though. And then of course I'll get a video up. So yeah, that was 3 videos on that. It took me longer to do those than I expected actually, and the videos themselves were longer. Because when you're playing it, you just, I guess it's because I've had the game, like Boss Monster, for so long, and it is so similar that you just kind of know the rules and you don't really think about it, about how different and complex they might be to explain in a video. But it is a good game, and do check those out. So other videos, as I say, I did do my game night in review, and that featured, what was it? It was Dark Moon was the main one, and then also For Sale. So if you're interested in either of those games, check that out. And what else we got? I got sent my second game by a publisher, so really happy and excited about this. This, as you can see, is not actually a retail box for the game. I don't know that this is available on retail. It is. It was a Kickstarter that did successfully fund, and that's why they made it. And this just happened to be one I think they had left over that they were willing to send me. They're currently working on another project, so this is kind of helping to boost that. My first experience playing this, I have enjoyed it, but I am going to need to do a few more playthroughs. I'm going to try and get it out on my Tuesday gaming group, get some more play then, and doing quite a few plays with just the wife. But yeah, so far good things about this. Hopefully the company will do well in the future, and big thanks to No Dice for sending me this. And I wish them all the luck in the future, and I hope that these videos get you some more attention and help your next project. So yeah, that's last week. So coming up this week, what we got? Well, as I say, I'm going to be doing the playthroughs for Forgotten King. That's going to be big focus of my week. I would like to do some other videos as well. I really would. But I don't know that I necessarily will. I will aim to get at least my game night in review video done for Tuesday night gaming. That's still happening. And I have also got a game night on Thursday. So there might well be 2 game night in review videos up. Depending on how much playing of No Dice I get done, I may well do a review video for that. But otherwise, the main focus this week is going to be the competition, Super Dungeon Explore. And of course, as well as all of that, there's always my background admin stuff going on, which there's not really anything to report. I've had no more contact in the last week, no one responding. So yeah, my attempts to try and get sponsorship and review lists falling a bit flat at the moment. I guess I just need to grow more, and maybe it'll come. I really hope it does. So that is nearly the end of the video, but I did say earlier on that I wanted to talk some more about something about Facebook, and this is actually the title subject for this episode, and it is Facebook advertising. Now, with the competition going on, I decided to invest some money on advertising, and I've invested quite a bit of money for me, really. I'm not going to... No, I will talk numbers. £3 a day on advertising on Facebook for this competition. Now, £3 a day might not seem like a lot, but for me, that's a huge amount of money when I have no income coming in. And I thought that it would balance out, because when I was looking at boosting the post, it was all very much, you know, oh, you'll get 6,000 views a day type. Your reach of your post, so the number of people who see it, will be 6,000 to 20,000 a day at this price. And I was like, okay, yeah, £3 a day for that. That sounds good. That's reasonable. So I paid money and signed it all off. And then after the first day, it was like, you've shown it to 500 people, and it's now saying the estimated daily reach is 2,500. So it's saying that was the minimum, 2,500 to 6,500. And then they only the actual reach that they showed it to was only 500, a fifth of that. And it was like, okay, I'm going to message Facebook support, you know, say, what's happening here? This doesn't seem right. Please, can you let me know? No response. Okay, fine. Next day goes by. The estimate has changed again. This time it was saying, I think, 5,000 to something as the estimate, and they only showed it to 1,000 people. Second day, same again. I reached out to Facebook again saying, look, this is not on. Your estimate is 5 times what you're actually delivering here. You've said you would show it to this many people, and you are not. You are not performing what you've agreed to perform. And I could accept if I was getting that minimum or close to the minimum, but pretty much exactly 1/5 of that minimum, that seems like they're not showing it to who they should have been showing it to me. So as I say, I've reached out to them a couple of times. I've had no feedback from them yet. It'll be interesting to see if anything changes this week, if I do get any response. I have raised on a reviewers forum about this, and it seems to be very mixed. Some people have said, yeah, they've tried boosting posts before, and it has fallen completely flat. They don't get any reach whatsoever. And other people have said, oh no, we do it all the time, and we get like double the maximum boundary of the expected reach. So I don't know what's going on, and I just hope Facebook will come back to me. And I don't know if you're considering Facebook ads at the moment, I would say not to bother. But do stay tuned, because maybe things will change in the next week. Maybe Facebook will get back to me, etc. The other thing I'm going to try is, some people said that if you have a very wide target audience, that actually less people see it than if you have a narrower target audience, which seems very counterintuitive to me. But anyway, I am trying to narrow that. I have reduced the target audience by a quarter. So not by a quarter, to a quarter, by 3/4. So it's now a quarter of what the target audience was. And I think now I'm only having an estimate of 1,500 reach a day. So that estimate's dropped drastically as well. But it'll be interesting to see if then the actual is still only a fifth of that. But we'll see. So that's all of my ramblings for today's Diary of a Newbie YouTuber. Thank you for joining me for a look into my mad brain. And I do hope that you are finding this series interesting or entertaining, or at least something to keep you coming back each week. Of course, if you are enjoying the videos, please check out the rest of my videos, subscribe to the channel, and share the channel with your friends and family. And do also check us out on social media. We are on Facebook, as I've said, obviously, and Twitter, as I've said, obviously, because, well, I've given the stats for them. So, as always, thanks for watching, and bye for now.